The sun peeked over the rolling hills, painting the sky in hues of apricot and rose. In a cozy little cottage nestled beside a babbling brook, a golden retriever named Molly stretched languidly. Sunlight streamed through the window, warming her golden fur. She yawned, a big, happy yawn that showed off her pink tongue, and hopped off her comfy bed. The aroma of freshly baked bread wafted from the kitchen, beckoning her downstairs. Her tail wagged with anticipation. A new day meant new possibilities, new smells, and maybe, just maybe, a new adventure. After a hearty breakfast of kibble and a sneaky crust of bread, don't tell, Molly bounded outside. The morning air was crisp and clean, filled with the scent of wildflowers and damp earth. As she frolicked through the meadow, chasing butterflies with vibrant wings, she heard something unusual. It was a faint whisper, carried on the breeze, speaking of a legendary place, the Rainbow's End. Legend had it that at the foot of the rainbow lay a treasure beyond imagination, a treasure that could bring joy to all who found it. Molly pricked up her ears, her eyes gleaming with curiosity. The Rainbow's End? A treasure that could bring joy? It sounded like just the adventure she was looking for. Determined to find the Rainbow's End, Molly set off towards the Whispering Woods, a place known for its ancient trees and hidden paths. As she ventured deeper, the sunlight dappled through the leaves, creating dancing shadows on the forest floor. Suddenly, she stumbled upon a small, fluffy creature huddled beneath a giant oak. It was a squirrel, his tail drooping and his eyes filled with worry. "What's wrong?" Molly asked gently. The squirrel, whose name was Barnaby, explained that he had lost his favorite acorn, a special acorn that his grandfather had given him. Without it, he felt lost and alone. Molly's heart went out to him. Finding the Rainbow's End could wait. Helping Barnaby was her priority now. Together, Molly and Barnaby searched high and low for the missing acorn. Molly sniffed amongst the fallen leaves, her keen nose picking up the faintest scent of acorn. Barnaby scampered up trees, peering into hollows and branches. The forest floor was a tapestry of browns and greens, making the search a challenge. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, Molly's tail began to wag furiously. She had found it! Tucked beneath a cluster of ferns lay Barnaby's special acorn. Barnaby squealed with delight, grabbing the acorn and clutching it close to his chest. His eyes sparkled with gratitude. "Thank you, Molly. You're the best friend a squirrel could ask for." Overjoyed, Barnaby offered to help Molly find the Rainbow's End. He knew the Whispering Woods like the back of his paw, and promised to guide her through its winding paths. With Barnaby leading the way, Molly continued her journey. They traversed mossy logs, hopped over babbling brooks, and navigated through thickets of thorny bushes. Barnaby chattered excitedly, pointing out interesting sights and sharing stories of the forest. Molly listened patiently, her heart filled with warmth. She was grateful for Barnaby's companionship and his knowledge of the woods. After days of travel, the Whispering Woods began to give way to towering misty mountains. The air grew cooler, and the landscape became rugged and rocky. Molly and Barnaby had to climb steep slopes, carefully placing each paw and claw. The mountains were shrouded in mist, making it difficult to see. Doubts began to creep into Molly's mind. Was the Rainbow's End even real? Was the treasure worth all this effort? She looked at Barnaby, who was bravely scrambling ahead, his little tail held high. His unwavering spirit reminded her of why she started this journey in the first place, to find joy and spread it to others. As they ascended higher, the weather took a turn for the worse. Dark clouds gathered overhead, and a fierce storm descended upon the mountains. Rain lashed down, and the wind howled, making it nearly impossible to see or hear. Molly and Barnaby huddled together for warmth, seeking shelter beneath a rocky overhang. The storm raged for what felt like an eternity. Molly felt scared and discouraged, but she knew she couldn't give up. She had come too far. She nudged Barnaby with her nose, offering him a reassuring lick. Together, they would weather the storm. Finally, as suddenly as it began, the storm subsided, the clouds parted, and the sun peeked through, casting a golden glow upon the mountains. And then, there it was, a magnificent rainbow, arching across the sky in a vibrant display of colors. Molly and Barnaby gasped in awe. The rainbow seemed to lead directly to a sparkling valley below. With renewed determination, they descended into the valley, following the rainbow's shimmering path. The valley was even more beautiful than they had imagined. It was a lush paradise filled with flowers of every color imaginable. Butterflies danced amongst the blossoms, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of nectar. At the end of the rainbow, nestled amongst the flowers, was not a chest of gold or jewels, but a small, unassuming well. Molly and Barnaby approached the well cautiously. What could this be? This wasn't the treasure they were expecting. As Molly peered into the well, she saw not water, but a reflection of herself and Barnaby. She saw their kindness, their courage, and their unwavering friendship. She realized that the true treasure wasn't gold or jewels, but the love and joy they shared with each other. The well was a mirror, reflecting the beauty within themselves. Overjoyed, Molly and Barnaby embraced, their hearts overflowing with happiness. They had found the rainbow's end, and the treasure they discovered was more precious than anything they could have imagined. Molly and Barnaby returned to their homes, their hearts filled with joy. They shared their story with everyone they met, reminding them that the true treasure in life is kindness, friendship, and love. The villagers, inspired by their tale, began to spread joy throughout their community. They helped those in need, offered words of encouragement, and celebrated the simple pleasures of life. The village became a haven of happiness, a testament to the power of kindness and friendship. As the sun set, painting the sky in hues of gold and orange, Molly and Barnaby sat side by side, watching the stars twinkle into existence. They knew that their adventure to the rainbow's end had changed their lives forever. They had learned that the greatest treasures are not found in faraway lands, but within themselves and in the love they share with others. And as they drifted off to sleep, they dreamt of new adventures, new friendships, and new ways to spread joy throughout the world. The end.